If Kim was here, he would be probably... I'm bubbling inside from the Musashi pick, but I don't want to make it seem too obvious that I have a favorite here. But anyway, we're on to the gorge of game 2. I'm really interested to see how they play this Prince of Lanling, right? Because it does take a bit of skill. You have to be sneaky. You have to take your shots at the right time. Because if you miss the sling, if you miss the strike, it's pretty much hard to then recover from a Prince of Lanling.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. Like, he has to be perfect. The ganks need to be on point. He needs to stay in the shadows, ensure that he gets the perfect pickoffs. Because, again, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Mr. Fury to ensure that this team really survives. Because, again, to your point, if, the Prince of Lanling falls behind, they're going to have a rough game.
Yeah, interestingly enough, they go for the Hugh one into the mid lane as well. So again, not going to be really able to go with a lot of tempo. So it's not really going over to the right person, I would say. But showing from Mr. Fury's game 1 plays, he's not really one to show direction. So maybe, hey, CHS may be the shot caller in this one.
And they just need to listen. Whatever he says, you just go. If you all die together, fine. But at least everybody's on the same page. Like, we ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life.
Literally, as they go in onto Axe Giant here, pretty low, as well as a body. They get the first blood. Hello. Hurricane of Feathers actually getting the first blood in game 2. This could be the comp that they need. 7M Dan is waiting in the bush. Musashi just waiting for that right person. It probably won't be the Zhongfei. You can notice that the Prince of Lanling is there. Mr. Fury tries to get the sling onto the Musashi, but it's not quite enough.
Yeah, I always like the fact that whenever Prince of Lanling is stealth, you see like the little icons. But I always think of it, Prince of Lanling is just smelling really bad, so people just have an idea that he's nearby because his aura is just terrible. But I think that, Mr. Fury right now, level 4, this is the moment, right? You need to ensure that you're farming as well as getting the ganks, and he's put a lot of pressure on. Definitely got that first blood because of him. Really good play by HOF.
Yeah, fantastic first blood. It's definitely what they were missing in game 1, right? It was that sense of dominance, that sense of just being able to throw in these brawls. We see the Sun Blazing Arrow come through. Is he going to land on the Zhang Yu? Sorry, it is. And it could be fatal here. We see the burst come from the Zhongfei, and we pointed it out in game 1. He was the guy doing the most damage. Mr. Nervo there, again, getting another kill.
Oh, Burning Sun Arrow. Okay, one thing that was really great by Bruno was the fact that he's in the bottom lane and he was pretty much by himself. So they didn't have vision of him, and then throwing out that Burning Sun Arrow, they couldn't give the heads up. Usually when, if, in this case, Body was nearby, he could have been like, oh, it's coming, so you got to be careful. You got to be in better position or whatever it is. But there was no heads up. And so he got caught out, and it was just a really nice Burning Sun Arrow there.
I think the prize was meant to be Body, right? But the consolation prize was the Zhang Yu. He was just kind of like, oh, he's in the bush. Guys, go, sort of thing. But hey, if it works, right? Sometimes fate is best laid there. Rather than any kind of planning, just, hey, I'm just going to aim my arrow into that mid lane and hope for the best. And those dreams and hopes definitely landed that Blazing Sun Arrow in the right place at the right time. Because now we see the HOF are above with 2 kills. Not quite ahead with the gold. It's very pretty much balanced right now, but we could see that scale skip as the Shangguan goes in onto CHF. This final stroke comes through, taking down Huan.
Oh, he couldn't even get the Unending Sorrow off in time. Just an ambush. He was just waiting in the wings, and he was just ensuring that, they actually did not know that Travis was hiding in that Crimson Golem bush, so it completely caught him off guard. Everybody all of a sudden was on their attack, and CHS got caught out, and now they took the Tyrant. Axe really finding ways to get back in this game, and now they're in the lead.
Yes, the Zhang Yu being quite close by the Prince of Lanling is probably trying to focus that... provoke the Prince of Lanling right now, trying to push the skills over to him, but it doesn't look like Mr. Fury is taking that bite. And to be honest, that's probably the most sensible thing from the side of Hurricane of Feathers. We have the Musashi going in, the duel on death on duel to the death, sorry. There's a lot of duels going on here. Shangguan getting the pickup onto the Hugh Ho Yi, and then again a double kill going over to Huan. We are getting some discrimination on the gorge. Huan is just taking strikes from Zhang Yu all the time.
Oh, you doubt MENA? No way. They're going to take 4 members down and again, get themselves in a great position. They're forcing the T1 mid, pushing it down. They take this one out, and that net worth lead is completely shifted. MENA in the driver's seat. Now Mr. Fury on the run. Yes, he's stealth, but Axe don't care. They're like, hey, we can take you down. We can take whatever we want. MENA right now just in full control.
This is the difference between these two teams, right? That we're seeing clearly displayed right now is that the macro is a little bit different for the side of MENA. There's the Blazing Sun arrow missing completely, but we do see a lane getting the kill onto Ming. Wadi is in trouble. The death on Sunset was a little bit unnecessary, a little bit of an overkill. They may be able to take the T1 here. 2 deaths for a macro objective could play out very well for the side of MENA, but it looks like HOF are going for the Overlord.
They're going to go for the Overlord, and this is often an amazing ambush, but they're going in. Travis?
Oh,
No,
Travis may get caught out. Oh, okay. Adam is very close by, maybe looking for a steal. Didn't quite feel like he was up to the steal. But we are seeing here once more that those lane priorities are still going over to the side of MENA. They are really putting in the work, not just in these brawls, which is where HOF are doing a great job. They just need to improve their macro.
Yeah, it definitely need to improve their macro. I mean, they're falling behind right now, and MENA are starting to grow that lead. And HOF are having trouble.
Oh yes, potential here. We do get a Slay. It is Queen Slay, the Shangguan, but she does feel and fall to the Lady Sun coming in as well. We see that the Axe of Torment has been built onto the Lady Sun, so that's going to really help try to take on the Zhongfei. We get the Crimson Golem as well going over to 7M Dan. Picks it up, but Ming gets the kill. It's a bit of support on support blood.
Yeah, and that's the best blood if you're a roamer, right? Just killing him out and just be like, flex, roam diff, right? But Axe just finding the right angles of attacks, understanding that, hey, you need to go back to your base. We can take you out. We have the numbers advantage. We can find these bushes. So, you know, HOF need to play a little bit more, you know, defensively. They need to stick to themselves, and they need to cover their avenues of retreat. They haven't been able to do this. Wolf now being chased.
Oh, just missing out that ultimate shell from the Lady Sun, but the roll comes through, controlling that kill onto the board. So they are now up with 9 kills. They're ahead with around about 3k gold difference as well. We see that the Tyrant may be up in about 37 seconds for the side of MENA for them to try and take again, or are they going to wait for the Shadow variants? We'll yet to see.
Yeah, yet to see this one. But again, MENA still in the lead. HOF playing defensively. Mr. Fury has not really popped off. He's starting to, dare I say, you know, struggle a bit. I mean, yeah, he's 5.2. He's the highest on the team, and they're trying to prioritize it, but he hasn't really found the ganks.
Okay, the Blazing Sun arrow does come through onto the Lady Sun, but it's not enough. Shangguan comes through once more. CHS goes down. We see Zhongfei, Bruno, Mr. Fury has gone down as well. That is a double kill over to both Masashi and the Shangguan. The ace comes through, Hauler. They are rocking the minions down into the mid lane. I don't know if it's going to be enough time to close out the match because we'll have the movement speed decrease once they take down this higher ground turret. But they could still be within a chance. CHS is up in 2-1 seconds. Q1 up. Prince of Landling up. They're going to do everything to take this, or MENA with the retreat, I think, is a lot more sensible than trying to take a fight under the crystal.
Yeah, smart retreat there. They need to regroup. They were getting a little bit low, and to your point of how the minions were being slowed down, after taking that mid T3, they've opened it up, and that's the quickest avenue of attack to the base. So they've set themselves up for that late game, which could be much, much easier as they push. But again, MENA really being very smart. That was a good retreat, and now they're taking over the enemy jungle.
Yeah, over to the Prince of Langling as well here. The Musashi is still ahead in terms of experience, in terms of gold as well, which is very troublesome for the side of Hurricanes of Feathers. I do have to point out there, though, there was a little bit of a clutch moment for MENA Travis into that clash lane. He was like one of those horror scene moments from a movie, kind of just sat in a closet like, I hope the killer doesn't find me. There was 3 of them in the clash lane. He managed to get it there scot-free, which was just, it was hilarious to watch. It's kind of just like, I hope they don't see me. I hope they don't see me.
Yeah, they don't move. They can't see me, but they're like dinosaurs in that sense. But it looks like they're going to take the Azure here. I mean, again, just tough situation. HOF just trying to find some sort of farm. That gold graph is dipping in favor of MENA because, again, HOF not able to find any sort of sensible or real farm at this point, and they've been struggling.
it's kind of hard when you've been pushed into the side lanes, right? That means T2 down into the farm lane gone. They have no turrets at all in that mid lane. They're able to pick up the Overlord without any contest as well, which is just going to make this next assault onto the Crystal a huge one. But we're seeing a bit of a trade here for neutral objectives. The Shadow Tyrant does go over to the side of HOF, but is it going to be enough of damage coming through into this next fight? Adam is down. He got a little bit too far, a little bit lost into the thick of it, but here may be the ambush that we're waiting for. Dan taking a lot of damage. Unfortunately, that is Dan down, already going into the favor of HOF. Shangguang does get a double kill, so it is currently a 4-2 trade. A little bit of a higgledy-piggledy kind of fight right now, but we do get Shangguang being taken down. That is an ace for Hurricane of Feathers. This is a little bit more of a better performance from this team.
Yeah, and this is kind of off of the back of Adam, right? Where he went in 1 versus 5 and he realized that none of his teammates were nearby. He got picked off, but then MENA were like, hey, we're going to still fight this 4 versus 5. And they're going to look back on this replay and they're going to be like, hey, that was a really bad team fight to take. We should not have done that. Yes, Adam had died. We should have given that up and just kind of taken the losses. We should not have gone in for this one. And HOF, they'll be like, hey, we'll happily take any sort of free food that you're giving to us. And that farm, that gold graph is starting to dip.
Oh, man.
But HOF still have a bit of a hill to climb.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that from that one team fight, they was able to claim back 1.5k gold is huge. All they need to do is take another Adam, maybe getting caught out here. Shuang Yu goes in, doesn't get to land that ultimate, but we are seeing Wolf, who's trying to get away with that Death on Sunset. It's not going to be enough for him. The crucial crowd control did come through from Shuang Yu, so it was pretty much that blessing that came through towards the end there. 2-2 trade overall, but we are getting that Shadow Vanguard into the Crystal right now. A 3v3, maybe what decides this last game too. Prince of Lanling being brilliant there, taking out Boadi. That is a lot of damage on the side of MENA that's gone down. The last person alive that can deal the damage is the Shangguang here, but it's only on those single targets, so she has to get out of there. They cannot push this game and finish it at that 12-minute mark.
Really smart target selection by Mr. Fury. Realizing that, you know, the Musashi, I'm Dan, as well as Adam on the Xiang Yu, both of them were out of the picture, right? So, hey, if I can get onto this lady soon, that was a body, I'm going to have a good time. And he ended up bursting it. He had the target prioritization. That's exactly what you want from Mr. Fury. You find those openings, you take them. Really smart play by Mr. Fury there.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're punishing MENA for their mistakes right now, right? Like MENA coming across very overconfident, especially Adam on this Shang Yu pick. He's kind of just going in before the rest of his team even get there. So a little bit of overconfidence, a little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, and this is one where, you know, again, MENA, you had a lead and you're trying to force the plays, so to speak. You still play to your team's strength of sticking together. You had a huge net worth lead. Now it's diminished a bit. It's going to be a little bit tougher now, but you got to be smart. You can't be making those silly plays anymore.
Yeah, no, you can kind of see them waiting in the bush here, MENA. They've got to be very careful with this next team fight because it could mean the winning of the game or losing it, right? Because that mid lane could fall down all the way to that higher ground turret, which is going to make it 10 times harder for MENA to come back swinging with their axes in the following team fight. But we are getting the next neutral objectives up. The Shadow Overlord is now up, and then we are going to be followed by the Shadow Tyrant. But it looks like HOF are probably going to force a fight around this Overlord here.
Yeah, they're going to look to start this one. Axe is going to just hit on the side.
There it is. So they do get the Overlord, but is it going to be enough to get out alive? But we're already down 2 members on the side of MENA. Same for the side of Hurricanes of Feathers. So already a neutralized trade. They do have the Overlord, however. There it is. 3-2 trade right now. This could be exactly what MENA need. They're trying to take a T2, so they have less safety. Down goes CHS, and down goes Zhang Fei. It is the second ace for the side of MENA. This time around, they've just got to contest the Vanguards. This could be the lifeline for the side of Hurricane of Feathers, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We do see Musashi leading the wrecking crew that is the minions into the mid lane, into the Crystal, as we see that MENA are going to take game 2 from